I've heard Father Ripperger say that it is a sin to pray with Protestants. Is that true? I'm in a support group that includes both Catholics and Protestants, and we pray together.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think especially today's world, as in recent decades, say 60 years or so, as Catholics have become more kind of intertwined in society with Protestants, and not just in their own little more ethnic neighborhoods in our cities. You're just interacting with Protestants a lot, and that's going to lead to, of course, doing things together, whether it's community service type stuff or, in this case, praying. And yes, while I think the church previously, like if you look at Mortalium Animos from Pius XI, 1928, pretty serious. If you read that document about praying with Protestants and so forth, I understand his concerns there. More recent decades of the church, we can certainly look at those prohibitions on, praying with Protestants or going to their services, certainly as prudential judgment, more kind of disciplinary norms and councils, and they were good, certainly for that time. The church in today's world has certainly loosened up on that a bit, and for better or for worse, I think there's certainly some problems that can occur with that. We've seen that in society, but in your case, in your prayer group, I would definitely say, like, you have to kind of gauge as to what's happening in the prayer group. My own experience is that, I don't want to use the word least common denominator, but I think that's the kind of term that comes to mind, is that you kind of take the track of like least offense depending on which Protestants are there. And for example, like, are you beginning the prayer with the sign of the cross like we do? Protestants are not going, or evangelicals are not going to do that. Now, are they okay with that? Now, they're going to have to be if you're in the group, right? Because you're going to begin your prayer with the sign of the cross. Now, you're probably not going to ask for the intercession of the saints or the Blessed Virgin Mary. Now, why not? You're just doing that just not to offend them. We also, on the other hand, don't want to just be like completely obnoxious. When I have good prayers, like in large groups and stuff, I've somehow kind of like fantasized about giving the most obnoxiously Catholic kind of prayer that you can ever give.
As you should. I
didn't do that, but it was certainly a Catholic prayer, but not terribly offensive. I think you have to gauge that in the particular situations.
Yeah. So the reason I have a personal stake, Father, is because I have a very good Protestant buddy, and we trade off who kind of blesses meals, and I of course make the sign of the cross and do the Catholic standard. Sometimes I say he blesses a meal instead, and so would that be okay, or should I I
think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Again, it's not like you're asking for a priestly blessing, with the prayer, obviously. And I think that's certainly fine. Yeah.
Can I also say there's something about being a Catholic I appreciate, and that's prayers by rote. So again, like the blessing before meals, every Catholic knows it. It's very simple. You don't do a lot of uhs, and have to kind of string together a few different thoughts to God. I like that.
Yeah. It doesn't put you on the spot when you have praying extemporaneously. It can be very difficult. It makes a lot of people nervous. I mean, even me. But I'm just not used to it. Partly probably because I'm Catholic and everything's written in the book for me.
That's right.
So
say the black dude.
Yeah, exactly. Right.